So what is the difference between a wholesaler and an investor? So I'm Brad. I'm with sellhousefastgeorgia.com. I'm here with my business partner and attorney, Josh Rand.
Hello.
You've closed 15,000 transactions over the last 20 years, a lot of which are from investors and wholesalers. I wholesale properties. I consider myself an investor. I buy properties. I do wholesale sometimes, and sometimes I keep it, sometimes I flip it, whatever.
Yeah.
So Josh, why don't you elaborate on the difference between a wholesaler and an investor?
So over the years, as I indicated in sort of the intro video, that me and my law firm have been involved in we've probably closed over 15,000 real estate transactions. A lot of those have been investor or wholesaler transactions. And this is my own personal definition: is a wholesaler is an investor who doesn't have any money. And I'm not trying to be funny, but
Right.
That's important, and I'll tell you why. So we've touched on a couple things. Again, I'm going to harp on it again, and I'm not pointing a finger, I'm not lecturing. Again, and we empathize with your situation. We're here to help solve or provide a little bit of relief. But once that you've received a notice for foreclosure, that clock is started, and if you make a decision through inaction, a decision will be made for you, if you will. But in that, you have gotten to this point. You are looking at some videos, and you are going to get a lot of people advertising to buy your house. And this is why it's important to know who you're dealing with. Ask them, are you actually going to buy my house? Because back to that definition, a wholesaler is an investor that doesn't have any money. A wholesaler will come to you. They're going to offer you a contract price. They're going to give you a price you want to hear. But ultimately, they can't really buy the house unless they turn around and they found somebody else to purchase that house for more money than they've offered you. When that happens, you have to be very careful, because we've run into instances where they aren't able to get that secondary contract, and as a result, they're not able to close, and they'll back you into a corner. So whether we buy your house or just offer you some solutions, it's very important to not only ask, hey, are you actually buying my house, or are you just advertising my house? And to follow up, if they say, no, I'm going to buy your house, then get some assurances. Maybe talk to the closing attorney that they come and ask them to show you some proof of funds. But the key is you want to make an intelligent decision. Again, that's where we separate ourselves. Whether we buy your house or not, our goal is to try to help you find some relief. But if we do say we're going to buy your house, we are going to buy your house at the price that we agree on.
Absolutely. And I've been in this business for almost a decade now, and I've been doing this a long time. And like I said, I wholesale properties, but the difference is that I close on the property and I buy it. I may choose not to flip that house myself or keep it as a rental. I may sell it to another investor, but I'm going to close on that transaction first, and then I'm going to sell the property to another investor after the fact. And honestly,
because you're an investor,
I'm an investor,
and you have the money to close.
I have money, or I have access to the money to close on the transactions, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these wholesalers do not, and they will string you out to the 11th hour, and then they will just pull the rug out from under you at the last minute. The easiest way to vet them out, first of all, do they have a website? I mean, my goodness, today in 2024, if you don't have a website, it's so easy to get a website. Do they have a website? Do they have a web presence? Can you look them up, do research? Second of all, go look at all the county deed records websites. They're all accessible online. You can search the county deed records, search that company's LLC name, and search their name and look for deed records. If you don't find any deed records that they've ever bought any properties, then they're probably a wholesaler. Or they're closing in some other entity that maybe you don't know about. But check them out. Read reviews online. Like you said, talk to the closing attorney. The closing attorney is going to tell you how many transactions they do with these people. And then generally, you're going to get a gist of how legitimate this business is just by talking to them. Some of them like to talk a lot, right? And talk up a big game. But ultimately, at the end of the day, money talks. So make sure you're working with a reputable company who does what they say they're going to do. Also, we see this mistake happen a lot where a person will be selling a house, and we call it the investor dog and pony show. They bring 10 investors out to the property to make bids on this property. Generally, I don't participate in them because I don't like to get in bidding wars and whatever. My offer is my offer. I do what I say I'm going to do. If I'm going to buy your house for this price, I'm going to buy it for that price, right? That's just bottom line. But what will happen is you'll get a bunch of offers, right? And if you get a bunch of offers, and let's say you have 7 investors come out, and 4 out of those 7 investors are all in this group right here, and all their offers are within $1,000, $2,000 of one another. You need to pick one of these offers. These are the guys that know what they're doing. If their offers are real tight together, and then you got these random ones over here, and maybe this random one way the heck down here, do not take the high offer up here. I'm speaking from experience. I've been doing this for almost a decade now. The guy up here that offered way more than everybody else, 9.9 times out of 10 is not going to close on that transaction. He's either telling you what you want to hear, and he's doing a bait and switch, and he's going to tie you up at this price up here, and then he's going to come back later and renegotiate. And sometimes at the closing table, I've seen it happen at the closing table. They will renegotiate you down and back you into a corner. Yeah. But pick the group down here. I'm not telling you what offer to pick. You can pick whatever offer you want to pick, but do some research on the company. It's 2024. You have the internet. You can research people. Pick the ones down here in this grouping, because those are the 4 guys that know what they're doing. And we're usually in that group right there. We're the ones right here that are pretty close to everybody else, because at the end of the day, the house is worth what it's going to be worth when you sell it. The market dictates that. Yeah. It's going to cost what it's going to cost to renovate. And generally we all operate on the same formulas in this industry. So yeah. Hope that helps you out. I hope you picked the right company to work with. Thanks for checking out this video. Click on the link below to go to our website, or if you're already on our website, you can fill out the form there. A member of our team will be in touch with you ASAP. Hopefully we can offer you some options to your situation. Thanks for checking out this video. I'm Brad, here with Josh. Have a good day. Bye-bye.